Morning. Time is 11:07 a.m. This is a repairability attempt for Mr. Clinton Wilks. As you can see, just briefly show him over there. We tried to do the first one. The shingle just snapped off. We really wanted to give this a fair shot. So here was one that was actually missing beforehand. So the first one, it was so brittle the shingle literally just snapped off. So we're going to try to be a little bit more careful on this one. But you can see here I've marked the shingle that we're going to replace. And I'm going to show you guys the tools that I'll be using today. Is a State Farm roof snake, hammer, precision nail puller, and nails. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and break the seals with this flat end, like this roof snake is designed. And there's almost no adhesive left on these. All right. And this is a far right shingle. So our area is going to consist of these three right here. Breaking the seals on it. All right. You get like an overview of just this missing shingle right here, and then the two courses above it, because we know that there's two nail lines in each shingle. So there's the missing shingle, right? And if we pull it back a little bit and we move down, right, you can see the condition of these shingles prior to any kind of manipulation or nail pulling. We literally just broke the seals. We're about to start pulling nails. So now you guys have a good clear before photo of how these shingles look. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the first nail. Just barely lift this, identify where the nail is, give it a couple good taps to grab the nail head, and we're just being careful not to lift these shingles up too high, as they will crack and break. So as you can see here up at the top of this shingle, you can see where the fiberglass is actually broken on the matting now, and that was just from that simple motion of lifting the shingle barely even a fist's width underneath the shingle to pull the nail out. You can see that it's got granule loss and cracked matting up at the top. So we're gonna go on over here to the next one individually. Let's get a close-up of that one. Now you guys are looking at this in live time. I'm gonna go ahead, lift the shingle just barely. Notice I'm being very careful, not even a whole fist. My fist is turned. And you guys can see this happening in live time as the top of the shingle is actually breaking. Gotta look to get the nail head. Go ahead and pull it out. Right. So kind of a common theme here, if you follow my finger up at the top. Right, you can see where that cracked matting is now. Let's go on to the next one. Get a close up of that. Boom. All right, go ahead and pull the nail. Barely lifting the shingle. So the reason why we do these tests is to see, A, can this roof be repaired? And B, will it create new damage trying to repair a shingle this old? And you can see that just the simple act of lifting these shingles enough to pull a nail and then tapping the hammer to pull the nail, that force creates stress up here at the top of these shingles. And you can see, if you follow my finger up here close, you can see where that fiberglass matting on these asphalt shingles is actually cracked. Right. Mm-hmm. So let's go on to the next one. Let's get a close up of that. Yep, right here. Go ahead and pull the nail. Oh, doesn't look to be like there's a nail in this one. Now notice that was basically just a brittle test then. I just lifted it just high enough, and let's see. So there is cracked matting on that, and that was a very, very soft brittle test. I know some people who do aggressive ones. But you can see most definitely on that where just that simple act of lifting that shingle, not even 45 degrees, caused the fiberglass to crack on it, right? Let's go over here and get a close-up condition of that one. Now this is the second course. Lift it, same, pull the nail. Now there's actually two in this one. I'm gonna pop it out so you guys can see this happening in live time. I'm not even raising it a full fist. See the granules just raining off at that stress point on the top like we talked about earlier. And so, let's get this nail out. I got tools for a reason. Let's see. Just trying to be careful, not crank back on these shingles, but yeah, you could see the after condition of that. You could see where the shingle is actually cracked. You can see where the fiberglass matting was broken. Yep. We're on to the next one. Get a before. Let's go ahead and pull the nail out. Oh, this one's double nailed out again. And you guys can see that happening in live time on the top. Now look, even that is not a full fist underneath the shingle, as you can see. So I'm still not cranking back on these shingles because I really don't want one of these to break, just clean off. But you can see the condition of that shingle right there up at the top. Yeah, I'm gonna point at it for you guys so you guys can see it pretty clearly on the camera if you follow my finger on there, right? We're gonna go on over to the last one. Get a condition check of that. And I'm gonna pull the nail. All right, lift it just enough to identify. There's two in this one as well. And you can see even on the ones surrounding it, where they've already been pulled, where the crease is getting worse and worse with each vibration of the roof. Right. Now that's still not even a whole fist right there underneath that shingle. So I'm not cranking back on these. Most repair guys are not this careful, right? And you can see on this one where there's cracking here in two spots, actually here and here. Now we got the new shingle on standby. Let's go ahead and pull the old shingle out. Should just slide right out, bingo. Make sure I don't slip on that. And carefully slide the new shingle into place. Make sure it fits. Looks good. Now in the installation section, I'm going to be using just solely the roof snake and a hammer. And finish it off. I've been moving kind of quick in this section. Finish it off. Here. Here. You can see with each hammer blow, the shingles are just becoming worse and worse. So putting in the last nail. I'm just taking a look at the entire area where this patch happened. We replaced one shingle that was missing, right? Well, we're able to get that replaced okay, right? But we started off with one damaged shingle, but now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got almost 7 right here shingles that have new damage on it now, where the fiberglass is actually broken. They're never gonna seal again right here because there's lots of mat transfer. So the next 15-mile-an-hour wind that comes by, these are gonna be the next ones missing. So I wouldn't suggest trading one damaged shingle for 7 in any scenario, and I hope Allstate wouldn't approve a repair like this. I would say that this repairability attempt has failed because we've got multiple compromised shingles where there was one. Let's get an overview of just these shingles and the new shingle on it as well.